Hello, dear eTwinners. First of all, I would like to give you a warm welcome to this learning event, Exploring eTwinning with Virtual Reality. It will be a 2 weeks virtual reality educational journey where we will explore all the potentialities of virtual reality applied to educational contexts. To start, just some basic information. We will start on the 28th of May and we will end our learning event in the 10th of June. Basically, our learning event is organized in 4 topics. The first one is we will explore what is virtual reality and discuss and share our thoughts and opinions about the pedagogical value of virtual reality. And the second one, mainly we're going to explore virtual reality apps and some platforms also. In the third one, we will ask you to prepare an educational action plan to be applied to the creation of a virtual reality experience. In the last one, we will be invited to create a virtual reality experience. Of course, during these 4 topics, these 2 weeks, we will be discussing the pedagogical value of virtual reality. We'll discuss how virtual reality can be applied to educational environments and how virtual reality could be integrated in eTwinning projects. About the certificate, for you to be able to receive the certificate, one of the activities is mandatory. You will have to create a virtual reality experience and submit the certificate form. Of course, we want you to participate and take action in all the activities because all of them are connected with each other and they will be needed for you to understand how to use virtual reality and also how can we create virtual reality experience. Concerning the contacts and all the collaboration that we want during the learning event, we have an email contact. It's le2018@twinning@gmail.com. We will have also a Facebook group, and also a hashtag on Twitter for us to share ideas, share opinion, change some apps, platforms, and how can we use virtual reality. For those that maybe don't have a Facebook account or even don't use Twitter, we're going to have 2 forums on the Learning Lab, the platform that is supporting this learning event, one for collaboration and another one for questions and doubts that you may have during the learning event. What is virtual reality? Mainly, virtual reality is when we have the possibility to interact with virtual worlds or virtual environments in a 3-dimensional space that is created, and we can use a computer or a smartphone to interact with this environment. When we are in an immersive virtual reality experience, we become part of this virtual world and we have the possibility to interact with objects and, of course, perform different types of actions. Concerning virtual reality, the experience is sensed mainly through sight and through sound. Sometimes there is some confusion between virtual reality and augmented reality, but they are different technologies and can give us different kinds of experience, because augmented reality is mainly about the possibility that we have to overlay videos, image, text over a physical world, and we can use augmented reality to provide us different types of information, and it could be concerning location, visual audio, and all the different types of real-time feedback that we can have it. When we mix together virtual reality and augmented reality, we have another different type of technology. We call it mixed reality, is when we combine virtual reality and augmented reality. But during this learning event, we will focus on virtual reality. To be able to experience a virtual reality experience, we need what we call the VR headsets. There are different types of VR. They're different in the technology that they use. They're different on the price. They're different on the platforms. The one that we're gonna use during this learning event will be the Google Cardboard. We have others, HTC Vive, Oculus, Samsung Gear VR, and different types of VR headsets. You will have the opportunity to see information about the different types of VR headsets, but mainly for classroom, the Google Cardboard is not too expensive and can give us some flexibility in the way that we use the virtual reality with our students. The other one create more isolation, but of course they are more powerful in the terms of the virtual reality experience that we can experience. To explore virtual reality apps, we will need a Google Cardboard. There are different types of brands that create the cardboard. Right now, the Google Cardboard is in the version 2, is like the one that you can see here, and they have a button on the top, the gray one, that works exactly like the button of the mouse when we want to interact with the scenes of the virtual reality. And we will need a smartphone, and the smartphone need to have two sensors for us to be able to experience the virtual reality. Is the accelerometer and the gyroscope. We have the smartphone, we need to install the apps on the smartphone, and then we need to put the smartphone on the cardboard, and from there we can explore the virtual reality worlds. One question is, do I need the cardboard for this learning event? It's not mandatory, because we will not only focus on exploring virtual reality apps. We'll be doing more than that. We'll be discuss the pedagogical values. We're going to discuss how to integrate on eTwinning projects. We're going to ask for your ideas. We're going to ask you to share, to work in collaborative approach. But to experience the virtual reality apps that we install on the smartphones, you're going to need the Google Cardboard. But as I was saying to you, it's not mandatory that you have the cardboard and the appropriate smartphone to be able to take part on this learning event. If you don't have it right now, you can just do all the other tasks and activities, and later you can try it and use it to have the opportunity to experience some of the virtual reality apps that we're gonna give to you for you to try them. So it's not mandatory, but of course, to experiment the virtual reality apps, you need the cardboard and the smartphone with the sensors that I told you before. During the learning event, we're going to explore virtual reality apps. In this case, you need the smartphone and we need a cardboard. And we're also going to explore virtual reality platforms. They differ because the virtual reality apps, you need the smartphone, and they are mainly for you to experience. And then we have the virtual reality platforms where you can explore the virtual reality on the PC, on the laptop, give you the opportunity to create, to produce your own virtual reality experience. And then you can explore them on the PC, on the laptop, or then you can install the app or have the link and explore these virtual realities on your smartphone. So mainly we are divided this in two groups: the apps for smartphone, just to explore, and the virtual reality platforms that allows you to create and at the same time to explore, but you can explore both on the PC, laptop, or using the smartphone and the Google Cardboard. So what we have here relating the virtual reality apps is a topic between the passive to active learner. So these virtual reality apps that we install on the smartphone just give you the opportunity to consumption, just to taste, to explore what is already made. But we wanted to go a little bit forward. We want to pass from the passive to the active learner. So we're going to explore free platforms co-spaces, Google Tour Creator, and Story Spheres that will give you the opportunity to create your own virtual reality experience. In this case, we're going to give you the opportunity to develop very interesting pedagogical environments where the students can create virtual reality applied to other subjects such as geography, maths, science, and even in eTwinning projects will be very interesting to create virtual reality experience about their countries, about their village, about their heritage, where they can share and explore with the other partners that are involved on the project. So we have been talking a lot about technology, but of course we use all this technology to develop the competence that we think that are the more important for our students to be prepared for the future. And in this case, we are talking a lot about the 21 competence, and they are being forced doing the revolution that we are living right now. Is called the fourth industrial revolution, where is some competence that we consider very important for our students to develop. And this is collaboration, communication, creativity, complex problem solving, and of course, in my opinion, there is another C that is missing in the 4 C's, and this is curiosity. And curiosity is very important for our students to be motivated to learn the subjects and to be able to develop their own experience. And in this case, the virtual reality platforms give us this opportunity in this fantastic contest where our students can engage and can boost their imagination and their creativity to create their own experience. And curiosity is being considered as one of the most important things that schools need to create the right context for students to develop this taste for the things that they need to learn. This is a book. It's called the Fourth Education Revolution. It was published this year. It is a very interesting book. It's talking about the fourth education revolution that is happening right now, mainly due to artificial intelligence and all these new technologies that are appearing, and they have lots of potential to be used, such as virtual reality and even augmented reality. And it refers that education needs to do more to develop curiosity and inquiring minds. And in my opinion, I think that virtual reality has this potential for us to increase curiosity in our students and for them to be more inquiring about the things that they are learned. So this is a book that I consider that is very, very interesting, with lots of information about these technologies. So we have technology versus pedagogy. And of course, we know that technology is not the end. It's just something that we can use to promote the most innovative and the most interesting pedagogical contests. And this is something that we also want to focus on this learning event. And this will be important because, of course, we will explore technology. We will use technology to create something. But at the same time, during all the 4 topics that I announced in the beginning, we also been discussing the pedagogical challenge and opportunities of VR in education. We will be discussing what is the pedagogical value of VR and apps and platforms. And of course, you are the right audience to be discussing this because you have a lot of experience in projects, activities, using technologies and so on. So it will be very, very interesting to hear your opinion and your thoughts about this. Of course, we also been discussing how to integrate virtual reality in the classroom, and the least but not the least, virtual reality and eTwinning. I will be asking you how can we integrate virtual reality on the eTwinning projects. So in this learning event, we have some mandatory rules that you have to obey. Is the LSE rules, and these rules are learn, share, and of course enjoy. So we're going to have a 2 weeks journey exploring virtual realities and discussing and share and work collaboratively, and I think will be very, very interesting for us to try to understand how can we integrate it on eTwinning projects.